If you have ever felt exhausted just thinking about your morning commute to work, then congratulations, you are still very lucky. Because on this planet, there are creatures whose entire lives are a journey with no final return. Not travel. Not vacation. And certainly not going somewhere just to see the world. For many animals, migration is not an emotional choice. It is a condition for survival. Do not go and you disappear. Go the wrong way and you disappear. Go too slowly and... well, you get the idea. We humans often think of ourselves as a mobile species. But compared to the record holders of migration in the natural world, humans are more like walking to the end of the alley to buy coffee. Today, we are going to explore some of the longest, strangest, and most enduring migrations on Earth. Journeys with no maps, no GPS, no Google Maps. And definitely no 4-star review because the road was a bit tiring. Part 1. The Arctic Tern, a creature that lives in sunlight. Let us begin with the world record holder for the longest migration, the Arctic Tern. At first glance, the Arctic Tern looks rather modest. Not as large as an eagle. Not as majestic as a swan. But do not let its appearance fool you. This bird is the true marathon runner of the natural world. Every year, Arctic terns fly from the Arctic all the way to Antarctica. And then back again. The total distance can reach 70,000 kilometers. To put that into perspective, that is nearly twice the circumference of the Earth. Over its lifetime, a single Arctic tern may fly a distance equivalent to traveling from Earth to the Moon and back. If Arctic terns had social media, their profiles would be full of check-in photos, not because they love showing off, but because they are always on the move. What is fascinating is that they do not do this out of a love for adventure. They do it because they want to live in endless summer. When the Arctic grows cold, they fly south to Antarctica, where it is summer. When the sun fades there, they fly north again. In other words, the Arctic tern is one of the few creatures on Earth that hates winter enough to fly halfway around the planet just to avoid it. Part 2, the gray whale, a journey without eating. If the Arctic tern is a marathon runner, then the gray whale is a massive cruise ship. Gray whales migrate every year along the Pacific Ocean, from cold northern waters down to warmer seas to breed. The journey spans about 16,000 to 20,000 kilometers annually. Here's the remarkable part: throughout this entire journey, gray whales barely eat at all. Yes, you heard that right. They survive almost entirely on stored fat. Imagine walking across countries for months without eating a proper meal. Just thinking about it sounds uncomfortable. Yet gray whales do this calmly. They swim slowly and steadily. No rush. No one urging them on. No step counter ticking away. Just the ocean and instinct as their guide. For gray whales, migration is not a race. It is more like a pilgrimage. Slow, steady, and unavoidable. Part 3, Sea turtles returning home after decades. Sea turtles are living proof of the saying, no matter how far you go, one day you will return home. After hatching on a beach, baby turtles rush into the ocean and then vanish from human sight for years, even decades. They roam the seas, grow up, mature, and experience a life science still does not fully understand. But when it is time to reproduce, something extraordinary happens. Sea turtles return to the exact beach where they were born. No mistakes. No confusion. No address needed. Scientists believe sea turtles memorize Earth's magnetic field like an invisible map. In other words, inside a turtle's head is a biological GPS that humans still have not been able to fully replicate. If humans had this ability, we probably would not ask for directions quite so often. Part 4, the monarch butterfly, a journey no one finishes alone. Monarch butterflies are a special case, because no single butterfly completes the entire migration of its species. The journey stretches about 4,000 to 5,000 kilometers. But it is divided across generations. Grandparents begin it. Parents continue it. And children finish it. What is astonishing is this: no butterfly has ever been to the destination before. No one remembers where to go. Yet the entire group flies in the right direction, at the right time, stopping at the right places. It is as if the instructions are written directly into their DNA, passed down unchanged, generation after generation. The monarch butterfly does not know it is part of a miracle. It simply does what nature tells it to do. Part 5: Salmon swimming upstream to close the circle. Salmon spend most of their lives in the ocean. But when it is time to reproduce, they return to the very river where they were born. This journey is brutal. They swim against powerful currents, leap over waterfalls, evade predators, and expend every last bit of energy they have. And after spawning, most salmon die. It may sound tragic, but in nature, this is not a disaster. It is completion. Their bodies become nourishment for the entire surrounding ecosystem. The salmon's migration is not about extending individual life. It is about ensuring the survival of the species. Part 6: Rivers of life on land. Migration does not belong only to the oceans and the skies. The land bears witness to it as well. Caribou, wildebeest, and many land animals migrate with the seasons, the rains, the grass, and the water. Millions move together, forming vast living rivers. They do not move because they enjoy changing scenery. They move because standing still means running out. Conclusion: when life is a journey. The longest migrations on Earth remind us of one simple truth: life does not stand still. Movement is not always an escape. Sometimes it is the only way to survive. While we sleep, there are creatures out there flying, swimming, and walking thousands of kilometers quietly, unnoticed, yet relentlessly persistent. And perhaps, in this ever-changing world, the greatest lesson from migration is not distance, but the ability to adapt. Thank you for listening. Wishing you a peaceful night. Sleep well.